What happened to the black sheep of your family? My daughter was always different. Not the kind of different parents brag about at soccer games or post on Facebook. The kind that keeps you awake at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling, wondering where you went wrong. When Emily turned 13, she became obsessed with a local cult that called themselves the Awakened. It started small. Books hidden under her mattress, strange symbols drawn in her notebooks. She traded her colorful wardrobe for all black and shaved one side of her head. We thought it was typical teenage rebellion until Mrs. Hawkins next door came pounding on our front door, demanding to know what happened to her cat. 3 more pets disappeared that month. The police questioned Emily twice, but found nothing conclusive. Just a teenage girl with strange interests, but no evidence of wrongdoing. I pretended to believe them, but I knew those eyes staring back at me during dinner weren't my little girls anymore. My husband, Mark, wanted to send her to boarding school. I pushed for therapy instead. We fought about it constantly, our marriage cracking under the strain while Emily watched from doorways with that unsettling half smile. On her 16th birthday, instead of cake and presents, Emily announced she was ascending, leaving home to join the commune deep in the mountains. Mark wanted to lock her in her room until she snapped out of it. I suggested more intensive therapy, maybe medication. We screamed at each other in the kitchen while Emily calmly packed upstairs. By morning, she was gone, left nothing but a handwritten note saying we were unenlightened beings who would perish in the great cleansing. She took my grandmother's pendant and $600 from Mark's wallet. The police searched, but the mountains are vast, and the commune was experts at staying hidden. After 6 months, even the most sympathetic officers stopped returning our calls. For 5 long years, nothing. No calls, no letters, not even sightings. Mark couldn't handle it. Moved to Arizona 3 years in, said he needed a fresh start. I stayed, kept our house exactly as it was the day Emily left. Her room untouched, her favorite cereal still in the pantry, just in case. Then last month, my doorbell rang at midnight. I almost didn't answer. Nothing good comes knocking that late, but something pulled me to the door. There stood Emily, head completely shaved now, wearing plain gray clothes, clutching a small backpack, thinner than I remembered, with a jagged scar running along her jawline. "Mom," she whispered, her voice hoarse like she wasn't used to speaking. "I've done terrible things." I pulled her inside, held her while she shook. She told me everything between broken sobs. How Samuel, the leader, had singled her out early, groomed her, convinced her she was special. How she'd risen through the ranks until she became his right hand. How she'd recruited others, mostly vulnerable teenagers and young mothers with nowhere else to go. "I was their hunter," she confessed, unable to meet my eyes. "I could spot the ones who would follow Samuel anywhere. I knew exactly what to say, what to promise them." The FBI arrived by dawn. Emily spent weeks in debriefing, telling them everything. Locations, practices, plans for the great cleansing that would have ended hundreds. Her testimony led to a raid that saved 32 people, including 14 children who had never been registered at birth. Samuel and his inner circle now face life sentences. The media wanted Emily's story. She refused all interviews. Instead, she's been seeing a trauma specialist 3 times a week, taking medication, sleeping in her childhood bedroom with all the lights on. She flinches at unexpected sounds, can't handle crowds, won't look at herself in mirrors. The neighbors still whisper, of course. Some say I shouldn't have let her come home, that after what she did, she belongs in prison too. They don't understand that my daughter was both predator and prey.